Hello everybody, hello. Welcome to another stream. A bit of a special stream, I suppose. It's something I wouldn't ordinarily do. Or probably won't, do again in the future. Or so soon at least. It's Magic the Gathering Arena. A very, very fun game. And there's a new set that just came out. It is, I don't know. It's 2 a.m., 2:30 a.m. for me now, so it's a bit late. But yeah, the set just came out. I did do a little pre-order it, so I have some boosters waiting for me. So I thought, why not just do like a short, chill stream while I open the boosters on stream, and then I can just yeah, check out the cards. Have fun, maybe create like a deck or two, but I'm not sure about that because usually me making decks is a painful process that nobody should witness except for me. So yeah, I'll just show off the boosters in any case. We have yeah, the new set, or I didn't actually mention it, is D&D, Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. And we have 50 boosters waiting for us. I'll open them individually. I don't need to open them 10 at a time. I've got time. I'm not in a rush. And then we can look at the cards one by one as we get them. Probably won't see all the cards in the set, but this will give a nice overview, I suppose, of what's available. So yeah. That's enough stalling for me now, and we'll just jump right in. The first booster. Let's go. So, what do we have here? I mainly play green, so that'll be my like thing to watch out for. But let's see what we have. Grim Wanderer. Flash tragic backstory. Cast this spell only if a creature died this turn. Oh. Let's see, what does the flavor text say? There is a stillness that walks with him, the quiet that follows great tragedy, when even the mourners are too exhausted to weep. That's a cool card. And a 5/3 for 2 mana. That's fucking black for you right there. Wild Shape. Ooh, yes. Choose 1 until end of turn. Target creature you control has that base power and toughness. Becomes that creature type and gains that ability. Oh, nice. That's so cool. That's a druid ability right there. I love it. Either a 1/3 turtle with hexproof, a 1/5 spider with reach, or a 3/3 elephant with trample. Yo, the hexproof turtle and the spider in particular? Let's see. Faraday's Fireball. Faraday's Fireball deals 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Roll a d20. Oh, I love the new d20 mechanics. A 1 to 9, it deals 2 damage to each player. And a 10 to 20, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. That's... I love it. It is a bit expensive though. 5 mana. But, I mean, it's like 2 damage to everybody basically. And then the guaranteed 5 damage to a target creature planeswalker. Like, very good. Celestial Unicorn. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1. Okay, it's one of those. It's classic white. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on it. So that'll be fun to fight against. Okay, so far, love these cards. Honestly, love these cards. Earth Cult Elemental. Siege monster, when Earth Cult Elemental enters the battlefield, roll d20. 1 to 9, each player sacrifices a permanent. 10 to 19, each opponent. Okay. And on a crit, you each opponent sacrifices 2 permanents. Yo, okay, it's 6 mana. It's a 6/6 on its own right, so like even without the ability, that's pretty darn good. And have him sacrifice permanent? Ooh. Baleful Beholder, of course. When Baleful Beholder enters the battlefield, choose one. Anti-magic cone. Nice. They sacrifice an enchantment. Oh yeah, sorry, it is so late and I can barely talk or read, so if I mispronounce things, you know, that's just gonna be the way it is. Fear Ray. Creatures you control gain menace until end of turn. That's amazing. 6 mana as well for 6/5. Good abilities though. Especially menace if you have a black zombie thing going on. That's a game winner right there. And finally, we have an owlbear. 5 mana. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. It has trample. And keen senses. When owlbear enters the battlefield, draw a card. Okay. That's nice. A little bit card draw. Bit expensive, but you know, it's a green one, so you probably have some mana generating shenanigans going on. And ooh, it has flavor text, yes. Many people believe a misguided wizard created the first owlbear, but others insist that these creatures have always dwelled in the Feywild. Yes. Okay. Shit. The green cards so far I'm happy with. And what do we have here? Hand of Vecna. Do I pronounce that? Is that how you pronounce it? I honestly don't know. But Vecna is a known entity. I have seen this name like in places. At the beginning of a combat on your turn, equipped creature or creature you control, named Vecna, okay, fair enough, gets +X until end of turn. Okay, well, X is the number of cards in your hand. Yo, this is good for fucking blue. If you have a lot of card draw. Equip, pay 1 life. Okay, for each card in your hand. That's optional though, I suppose. Is it either or? Or either equip 2. But if you can equip it for life, I mean, that ain't that bad either. Okay, well that's the first booster pack. I hope I don't... I mean, honestly, if I go too slow for some people, this is just gonna be the pace. It's just this is gonna be it. But yeah, fuck it. Good first booster. I love these cards. To the second one. Monk of the Open Hand. His mind is a tranquil meadow, his fists a raging storm. Flurry of blows. Ah, yeah. All these D&D things. Beautiful. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Monk of the Open Hand. Ooh, very nice. Whenever you cast your second spell, though. So, okay. That's interesting. Power word kill, yes. Aramil issued a long, heroic challenge. Then the Lich felled him with a single word. Destroy target non-angel, non-demon, non-devil, non-dragon creature. Okay, this is interesting. It has its limitations. Like, it would fucking wreck... I usually play elves or goblins. It will wreck them. But yeah, if I play my angel deck, or my demon deck, or my dragon deck, I actually have one of each. It wouldn't do much against that. But that's actually an interesting card. Power word kill. Don't know how useful it would be, but yeah. Contact other plane. Scry 3. Ooh, okay. Roll d20. 1 to 9 is draw 2 cards. 10 to 19 is scry 2, then draw 2 cards. Hey, okay, that's cheating. To scry and draw? Excuse me. And on a nat 20, that's scry 3 and draw 3 cards. Wow. But okay, it's 4 mana though, but damn. That is powerful. Valor Singer. There's only one way forward. Into legend. Ain't that the truth? Oh, I like the art on this one. The detail, Tiefling Bard. Combat inspiration. At the beginning of a combat on your turn, target creature control gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Okay. Doesn't seem too powerful, but also is not that expensive. Very nice. +2 mace? Oh my god. Only 2 mana. +2/+2. Equip 3 though, but a +2 mace. And the art is fucking gorgeous. The weight of this magic weapon falls heavy on the wicked. Ah. Yes. Underdark Basilisk. Only 2 mana. 1/2 with Death Touch. Bless. Bless, 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 bless. Okay. Now we're talking. This I can work with. See how the statues all have chunks bitten out of them? We're dealing with a Basilisk. Or I'm a Froghemoth. Larissa Carolyn. Learned Warlock. What is a Froghemoth? And Steadfast Paladin. 2 mana. Lifelink. Ayo, that works well with that other card. That unicorn. Gets stronger if you gain life. When I made my oath to Moradin, I left selfishness and cowardice behind. Every battle, I make that commitment anew. Ah, so good. Okay. Simple card, but effective. Let's see, what do we have here? Monk class! There's class cards! Okay, I didn't know this was a thing. There's class cards. Holy shit. I have a druid deck, as in all druids, but if I can actually make a druid deck with a druid class? Oh. Gain the next level as a sorcery to add its ability. Wait, the second spell you cast each turn costs 1 less mana to cast. When this class becomes level 2, return up to 1 target non-land permanent to its own hand. Okay. And when it levels up to level 3, at the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. For as long as it's remained exiled, you may cast this card from exile as long as you've cast another spell this turn. Huh. Okay, so I'm wondering. How does the leveling up work though? Do you pay each turn or can you pay all of this in one go? I mean, I guess we'll have to find out, but Monk class card. That's pogged. Okay, that's second booster. 48 more to go. Let's fucking go. Okay, we have another wild shape. You've already seen this. So yeah, these will go faster as, you know, the more cards you've already seen. Trickster's Talisman. Lady Luck, smile on me. Start effect. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice Trickster's Talisman. If you do, create a token that's a copy of this creature. Nani? Oh my god. That's insane. 1 mana, 2 to equip, and then you can copy a creature when it attacks a player. Oh my god. That's insanely powerful. Guess I'll have to make some blue decks. Yo. Spare Dagger. 1 mana, okay. The equipped creature gets +1/+0, and as whenever this creature attacks, you may sacrifice this dagger. When you do, this creature deals 1 damage to any target. Oh, very nice. It's a 1 equip cost as well. I like the functionality of these. Ginny Windseeker. No, not Windseeker, Windseer. Sorry. Flying. 4 mana cost, blue. When Ginny Windseer enters the battlefield, roll a d20. Scry 1, Scry 2, or Scry 3. 1 to 9, 10 to 19, or a nat 20. They should have. I mean, they probably shouldn't have, because it would have been bad, but like, if they include nat 20s, they should include nat 1s as well. Like, on a nat 1, this doesn't do anything. It's probably a bit too harsh. That's why they didn't do it. But I mean, that's D&D, ain't it? That's just my opinion. Jaded Sellsword. 4 mana cost. Ooh, when Jaded Sellsword enters the battlefield, if mana from a treasure was spent to cast it, it gains first strike and haste at the end of turn. Okay, so there's a treasure mechanic involved, but I like this. Today, that'll cost you extra. It's a 4/3, so it's not that powerful. But if it has first strike and haste, I mean, that's some quick damage right there. If, you know, other player doesn't expect it. Then we have another mace. We have a wild card. Perfect, I like getting wild cards. And what do we have here? Oswald Fiddlebender. Can't see this airship crashing in the near future. Sturdy as a rock. It's a legendary gnome artificer. Magical tinkering. Costs 1 mana and you have to tap it. Sacrifice an artifact. Search your library for an artifact card with mana valued equal to 1 plus the artifact's mana value. Put it on the battlefield, then shuffle. Activate only as a sorcery. Interesting. Okay. So if you run a lot of artifacts in your deck, you can use this to like basically switch out ones you have for slightly more expensive one, and you can like keep building up until you get your ultimate artifact, I suppose. This is very interesting for an artifact deck. I like it. Whew. Let's go. So good. Come on, I want to see more class cards now. I'm so intrigued. Let's see. What do we have here? Quick overview. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's first... I'll go in order. But I see some good cards already. Rally Maneuver. 3 mana. Target creature gets +2/+0 and gains first strike until end of turn. Up to 1 other target creature gets +0/+2. And Lifelink. Ooh. Ah, and I like this art as well. Don't give up. Your steel and fire and victory is yours to seize. Amazing. Terlasara Moondancer. Now we're talking. Green and white. Elf Cleric. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on Terlasara Moondancer and scry 1. I think I found something that's gonna be... I mean, I like elves. I have a bazillion elf decks. I always make more. I have a green and white one, and I think I'll have to make a new one, because this seems like a core card that I could use. Okay, let's see. These are words I don't know how to pronounce, so I'm so sorry. Alistrae teaches us that we are not bound by the circumstances of our birth. We all may find beauty and light if we have the courage to seek them. I love this card. I really, really love it. Arborea Pegasus. The noble steeds of the elven gods can sometimes be persuaded to allow mere mortals on their backs. It's flying, and when it enters the battlefield, target creature gets +1/+1 and gains flying until end of turn. It's a bit expensive, but if I run it in a white and green deck, yum yum yum. Oh, a bullet! Yo, these creatures are a pain to fight against. Capable of moving swiftly through even tightly packed earth and leaping surprising distances above ground. Bullets are difficult to escape once they've caught a scent of prey. They are a menace. 4 mana. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, put a 1/1 counter on a bullet. Yo, okay, this has potential. This has great, great potential. Oh, okay, this is Yuan Ti Fangblade. Yuan Ti are the snake people. Yeah, creature snake rogue. And this has a dungeon mechanic. Okay, this is the first one. Let's see. Whenever Yuan Ti Fangblade deals combat damage to a player, venture into the dungeon. Oh, right click. Okay, so Dungeon of the Mad Mage, Lost Mine of Phandelver, and Tomb of Annihilation. Whoa, okay, so are these 3 dungeons the available ones? For this card specifically, or are these the only dungeons? Is the question. Because there's a lot of... Oh, there's so many questions. But it's a 2/2 with Death Touch. Oh, I'm gonna... Okay. I'm making so many new decks. It's insane. Yawning Portal, you gain 1 life. Dungeon level. Scry 1. Goblin Bazaar. Twisted Caverns. These are all... Okay, so you have to choose a path, I suppose? That's actually insane. I'm assuming these are going to be the 3 dungeons available in the entire thing, but I guess we'll see later. I'm not going to read all of the things they do, because it's a lot. I'll just move on, but that's insane. Shortcut Seeker. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, so these are the 3 dungeons indeed. Shortcut Seeker. Wait, was there... there's flavor text. The air is sweet, with the taste of your fear. Flavor text here is... the old trapdoor under a rug trick. This is almost too easy. Shortcut Seeker, this is me in D&D as well. Whenever Shortcut Seeker deals combat damage to a player, venture into the dungeon. So it's the same, but different. This is a 2/2, this is a 2/5. Interestingly enough. I suppose the 5 is to reflect like high dexterity. And it also, this one costs 4. That's blue, interesting. And what we have has the rare, the mythic rare. Oh no, it's just okay. Cave of the Frost Dragon. If you control 2 or more other lands, Cave of the Frost Dragon enters the battlefield tapped. So you want to play this first. Interesting. Well, or second. You can either tap it for white land, or white mana, sorry. Or if you pay 5, it becomes a 3/4 white dragon creature, flying until end of turn, and it is still a land. I love it. So far, these cards are amazing, but I have a question. Okay, let's see. I see some great things. We have another bullet, so we can skip that. Divine Smite. Good spell. When darkness closes in around us, my blade will light our path. That's a nice paladin right there. Target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls phases out. If that permanent is black, exile it instead. Ooh. If it phases out, treat it and anything attached to it as though they don't exist until its controllers and next turn. That's an interesting new mechanic. Phasing out. Putting them in stasis basically for a turn. That's interesting. But also planeswalkers. That's gonna be pain. Bag of Holding. Leave no treasure behind. And I love this art. This bard running away from a beholder. When you discard a card, exile that card from your graveyard. Interesting. When you discard a card, exile it from the graveyard. Ooh. So if you pay 2 and tap it, you draw a card and then discard one. And if you pay 4 and tap it, you sacrifice the Bag of Holding and you return all your exiled cards with Bag of Holding to their owner's hands. Yo, that's ridiculous. It's okay. I can't wrap my brain around the ramifications of this yet. But holy shit. That's insane. What if you have to discard because your hand is full? And then you just go like, yeet. Everything's back, bitch. Next turn. Oh, this has so much potential. Okay, so we have the other bullet. Pixie Guide. 2 mana. A fairy creature flying. Granted advantage. Ooh. If you would roll 1 dice, instead roll that many dice plus 1. And ignore the lowest roll. It actually gives advantage on the roll. I fucking love it. Pixies are well known as pranksters, but some delight in more helpful magic. So good, you can get advantage on rolls. Oh, I love the commitment to the bit. You see a god approach. Oh. classic line. Looks like we've got company. Choose one, distract the guard. Tap target creature. Or hide. Target creature you control gains hexproof until end of turn. Amazing. Null Hunter. Oh, just pack tactics. Whenever Null Hunter attacks, if you attack with creatures with total power 6 or greater this combat, put a +1/+1 counter. It keeps... Okay, this is not a temporary boost of power. This is actually insane. Yo. Yipping and cackling, the hunters tore through the village, leaving nothing but snap bones and burning homes in their wake. These cards have so much potential. Minimus Containment. Ooh. Enchant non-land permanent. Enchanted permanent is a treasure artifact with tap. Sacrifice this artifact, add 1 mana of any color, and it loses all other abilities. If it was a creature, it's no longer a creature. Ah, this is so nice. And interesting, you can use it on your own creatures. If you, like, want to store up mana for later at some point. But, I mean, I guess you wouldn't do that. Because you have to, like, sacrifice the artifact as well and you lose the creature permanently. But there's probably some things you can do. But that's amazing. Yo! Okay, let's go. We got our legendary. Our mythic rare, the deck of many things. Oh, okay. I love it. 2 mana. And tap, roll d20, and subtract the number of cards in your hand. If the result is 0 or less, discard your hand. What? So you want to use this basically with as few cards in your hand as possible. On 1 to 9, return a card at random from your graveyard to your hand. Nice, that's useful. A 10 to 19 is draw 2 cards. And the nat 20. Put a creature card from any graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. When that creature dies, its owner loses the game. What? Yo, that's some high risk plays. That's some high risk plays. Its owner loses the game. So, I'm assuming even if you pick a creature from somebody else's graveyard, like you're still the owner, right? If it dies on your side. More questions, more questions. Holy shit, but that's amazing then. Okay, we keep going. Magic Missile! Magic Missile! Magic Missile! The tried and true favorite of many wizards, whatever their school. Indeed. It can't be countered, as is tradition, and 3 damage divided as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 targets. Ah, yep. This works perfectly. Can't complain about it. It's a bit expensive though for Magic Missile, but I mean, fair enough. Arcane Investigator. 2 mana, an elf wizard. Search the room. Costs 6 mana to do though. Roll d20 on a 1 to 9, draw a card. On a 10 to 20, look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them in your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Okay. Probably not a card I will ever use. But I can see its usefulness. You hear something on watch. Rouse the party. Creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Or set of traps. This spell deals 5 damage to target attacking creature. As in true white tradition. Set fast paladin we've already seen. You come to a river. Fight the current. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Or find a crossing. Target creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn and can't be blocked. Can't be blocked. Very useful. And then we have Dawnbringer Cleric. 2 mana. When Dawnbringer Cleric enters the battlefield, choose 1. Either it casts Cure Wounds. Amazing. Gain 2 life. Dispel Magic. Destroy target enchantment. Ooh. For 2 cost? That's amazing. And Gentle Repose. Exile target creature from a graveyard. Okay, that's... I mean, it also has its uses, but I don't usually work with like exile mechanics like that. But I see, and I like. And what do we have here? Another Hand of Vecna. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Let's keep going. I want more green, please. Okay, so we've already had most of these. Bruno's Battle Hammer. Knew I'd find you in trouble if I came out and looked for you. It's a legendary creature. Bruno Battle Hammer. Each creature you control gets +1/+0 for each equipment attached to it. Oh, I see. I have a dwarf deck as well. One that I will have to rebuild now to include this guy. You may pay 0 rather than pay the equip cost of the first equip ability you activate each turn. Ooh, yes, please. Demogorgon's Clutches. Target opponent discards 2 cards, mills 2 cards, and loses 2 life. That's 3 cost? Nanny? That's absolutely brutal. The good will be corrupted, the kind will be devoured, and all will be dragged into the bottomless abyss. Love the flavor text. We have a Spiked Pit Trap. It's an artifact. And flash. Okay. Interesting. 5 and tap, sacrifice the Spike Pit Trap, choose a target creature, then roll a d20. Oh, I see how it goes. Okay. On a 1 to 9, it deals 5 damage to that creature. On a 10 to 20, it deals 5 damage to that creature. And you create a treasure token. Very nice. What do we have here? Hive of the Eye Tyrant. If you control 2 or more lands, okay, it's the same mechanic as the white one. So you want to play this early, if you can. And until end of turn, Hive of the Eye Tyrant becomes a 3/3 black beholder with menace. And whenever this creature attacks, exile target creature from defending player's graveyard. It's still a land. Okay, more exile mechanics. Let's keep going. Tiger Tribe Hunter. A human barbarian. Okay, it's a bit expensive. 5 mana. It's got trample though. Trample in red is very interesting. And it has pack tactics as well. Okay, whenever it attacks, if you attack with creature with total power 6 or greater, you may sacrifice another creature. When you do, Tiger Tribe Hunter deals damage equal to the sacrificed creature's power to target creature. Yo! So many possibilities. I love it. Okay, feign death. A drastic measure for dangerous times. Until end of turn, target creature gains, when this creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on it. Oh shit! You can prevent a death? And it gets stronger and it's only a 1 cost? And it's an instant. Yo, black is getting so much love in this set. Grim Bounty. A sorcery for 4 cost. Destroy target creature, planeswalker, create a treasure token. This is, yeah, classic black. Freed from the needs to pay tribute to the dragon. The villagers gladly paid dragon slayers instead. So good. Plundering Barbarian. A dwarf for 3 mana. When it enters the battlefield, either smash the chest, destroy target artifact, or pry it open, create a treasure token. There's so many interlocking mechanics with this. And what do we get here? Ooh, okay, a rare wildcard. I welcome it. I need wildcards. Last time a new set came out, I made so many new decks. I used all my wildcards. So yeah, if I could get some mythic rare ones, that'd be lovely. Burning Hands. Oh, Love that spell. Binding Hands deals 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If that permanent is green, it deals 6 damage instead. Nani? Well, that's a problem, innit? A simple fire spell that grows in intensity along with its caster. It does 6 damage against green? Well, I do not agree with this card. And the only other new one is you find a cursed idol. Either smash it, destroy target artifact, lift the curse, destroy target enchantment, or steal its eyes. Create a treasure token and venture into the dungeon. I mean, of course it would steal its eyes. Always. Some wild cards, you've seen the rest, and what do we get here? Ooh, another class card. Okay, it's a bit... yeah. Rogue this time. I love the art on this one as well. Okay. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, exile the top card of that player's library face down. You may look at it for as long as it remains exiled. Whoa. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Level 2 is creatures you control have menace. That's so good. Level 3, you may play cards exiled with rogue class, and you may spend mana as though if it were mana of any color to cast those spells. Yo! Rogue class is so good. Amazing. Blue-black. I'll have to make a blue-black deck as well. Class card? Shit. Ooh, a lot of new ones in this one. Let's see. Ooh. A Displacer Beast. 3 mana. And a cat. Ooh, I love cats as well. I have a cat deck as well. So that's very nice. When Displacer Beast enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. And it has displacement for 4 mana. Return Displacer Beast to its owner's hand. So basically a way to keep venturing into the dungeon. For a bit of mana cost, but very interesting. The only place you can be sure it's not, it's wherever it appears to be. So good. Aberrant Mind Sorcerer. Human Elf Shaman. And a blue one in that. Psionic Spells. When Aberrant Mind Sorcerer enters the battlefield, choose target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard, then roll d20. On a 1 to 9, you put it on top of your library. On a 10 to 20, return that card to your hand. Yo, okay. I don't know. There's so many... okay. I keep saying it, but like... so much potential? Neverwinter Dryad. It's life force, entwined with its tree. A dryad is an elusive and solitary being that wishes only to be left alone. Same, brother. Same. 2 mana, sacrifice it. Neverwinter Dryad. Search library for a basic forest card. Okay. So you paid 3 mana total for a land. Not too bad, but probably not something I would use, to be honest. Good art, though. Very good art. Eyes of the Beholder. An instant. Target creature gets -11, -11. Holy shit. That's somebody getting zapped to heck. In the end, there was nothing beautiful to be seen. It costs 6, to be fair, but -11, -11, that's a bit harsh, innit? Paladin Shield. Ooh. Has flash. Okay, so it can be used in a pinch. And you don't even have to equip it. It just goes onto a creature. Amazing. +0, +2. For 2 cost initially, not bad. And 3 to equip to something else. Secret Door. Ooh, Defender. For 5, so it costs 1 to play, but then for 5, you can venture into the dungeon. Yo, okay, this is interesting. The way opened before him, and the dust of centuries stirred in the air. Very interesting. Those dungeons, I'll have to look into them in more detail. I hope you can choose them, because they seem to be useful for certain colors. Oh, we'll have to see. Enchant Sleep. 3 mana, an enchantment. When Enchant Sleep enters battlefield, tap enchanted creature. And it doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. Amazing. Very useful blue card. And we have Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Ooh, this is a famous spell. The raging Behir reared back, opened its terrible maw, and collapsed in a fit of horrifying giggles. Each opponent exiles cards from the top of their library until that player has exiled cards with total mana value 20 or more. And that's only 3 mana cost. This is... And that's exile. That's not even discard. That's exile. This can destroy... Like, low cost... Like, this would destroy my goblin deck. That's discarding like half my deck. All my 1 and 2 cost goblins just yeet, 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 yeet. I'm scared to come across this card in the field. Shit. An absolutely disgusting spell. Skullport Merchant. Buy something or get out. When it enters the battlefield, create a treasure token. Nice. Pay 2. Sacrifice another creature or a treasure and draw a card. 3 costs for 1/4. Honestly, not that bad. And the ability... I don't like sacrifice abilities, but... very useful. We had a wild card there. Priest of Ancient Law. 3 mana. We are a product of our ancestors. The apotheosis of countless noble generations. Speak their names with reverence, and they will guide your path. A dwarf cleric. When Priest of Ancient Law enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life and draw a card. 3 cost for a 2/1. Get some life, get some card draw, not too bad. Another Pegasus. Horde Robber. A Tiefling Rogue. When it deals combat damage to a player, nice, create a treasure token. And to think, a year ago, I was picking pockets in Waterdeep. Amazing. That's a good way to generate treasure tokens. If you can somehow make this unblockable, that's money right there. Brazen Dwarf. My grandmother saved the life of a brass dragon, and in return she was given a glimpse of the fire in its heart. A glimpse she passed down to me. Dwarf Shaman. Whenever you roll 1 or more dice, Brazen Dwarf deals 1 damage to each opponent. Yo, okay. Get a couple of these out in the field. Get some dice rolling cards. Wreak Havoc. And Ranger's Hawk, a 1 cost, 1/1 flying. 3 and tap. Tap another untapped creature you control and venture into the dungeon. Activate only as a sorcery. Yo, this is also very good. Always love my low-cost flying cards. Buff these up a bit. Good defense. And what do we have here? Another rogue class. Okay, very nice. I wonder if you can stack classes. You can have multiple. Can you multi-class in this? I hope so. That'd be very nice. Nice, we built up another wild card. No mythic rare wild cards yet, but maybe later. Dungeon map. Artifact to add mana, colorless. It's 3 cost. Or if you pay 3 mana, you venture into the dungeon. Oh, this is gonna become a staple in many of my decks. Wait, is that a secret door? I can't tell for sure. There's some blood in the way. Ah, shit, and I have D&D today. I'm so hyped. Split the party. Don't! Oh my god, the flavor texts don't! They are so self-aware, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it every step of the way. Choose target player. Return half the creatures they control to their owner's hand. Rounded up. Incredible. Improvised weaponry. 3 mana. Deals 2 damage to any target and create a creature token. A treasure token, not a creature token. Treasure token. It's just hitting a mind flayer with a fucking totem. Yes, please. Anything can be a weapon if you swing it hard enough. That's the spirit right here. Dragon's Fire. The art on this is incredible. It's 2 mana, an instant. As an additional cost to cast the spell, you may reveal a dragon card from your hand or choose a dragon you control. Okay, so you can only use it if you have a dragon somewhere in your possession. It deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If you reveal the dragon card or chose a... Wait. Okay, so you may reveal. Oh, okay, so you don't have to reveal it, but if you did, or if you chose a dragon, it deals damage equal to the power of that card or creature instead. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is a must for any dragon deck. Yeah. Because this is a 2 cost for more than 3 damage. Guaranteed. Absolutely bonkers card. Hired Hexblade. I'll take care of it. Just be sure to hold up your end of the deal. An Elf Warlock. When Hired Hexblade enters the battlefield, if mana from a treasure was spent to cast it, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. That's black for you right there. 2 mana for a 2/2, not too bad. Bull Strength. 2 mana. Instant card. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of... Oh, and gains trample until end of turn. And untap it. Love untapping. Okay. Good. Good instant. And a Manticore. 4 cost. With flash. It's only a 2/1 though. That's... Okay, fair enough. But when it enters the battlefield, destroy target creature an opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. Yo! Okay, that's also really good. And what do we have here? That's Mind Flayer! Share your thoughts and let my will flow through you. Dominate monster. When Mind Flayer enters the battlefield, gain control of target creature for as long as you control Mind Flayer. Well, rip green once again. Oh, so good. I love it. There's some extremely powerful cards in this set. Okay. Ray of Enfeeblement. Arrogant cried out in pain as a hideous weakness settled into his bones. Target creature gets -4/-1 until end of turn. If that creature is white, it's -4/-4 instead. I love how these, like... Oh yeah, if it's white, do this. If it's green, do that. Like, specifically targeting, like, another color's weakness. Oh, it's so good. White Dragon. White dragons are unparalleled hunters, keenly focused on slaughtering their enemies. It's a 6 cost flying, 4/4, Cold Breath. When White Dragon enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. I love it. It's a bit too expensive, especially for a white, but there's probably ways around that. We already seen this one. Sepulcher. Ghoul. Ghouls devour the dead and any living creatures unwary enough to fall into their grasp. If you sacrifice another creature, it gets +2 and +2 until end of turn. Activate only once each turn. A 2 cost for 2/1. Not too bad. Deadly Dispute. That's a pretty ring. Trade you my knife for it. As an additional cost to cast it, you have to sacrifice an artifact to creature. Draw 2 cards and create a treasure token. Interesting. I suppose if you already have a treasure artifact, you can sacrifice that. Very good. We've already seen this one. Herald of Hadar. 5 cost. Human Warlock. Circle of Death. That's cost 6 mana and you roll a d20 on a 1 to 9. Each opponent loses 2 life. From 10 to 19, they lose 2 life and you gain 2 life. And on a nat 20, they lose 2 life. You gain 2 life and you create 2 treasure tokens. Not too bad. Ooh, Eye of Vecna. I see all things as they truly are. I see decay in all flesh and betrayal in every heart. When Eye of Vecna enters a battlefield, you draw a card and you lose 2 life. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may pay 2. If you do, you draw a card and you lose 2 life. I'm never gonna use this card. I do not like things that make me lose life. Good for card draw though. Hulking Bugbear. Haste 3/3, 3 mana cost. I like simple effective cards like this. Bugbears move with surprising speed for their size and bulk, a fact that has led to the demise of many unwary adventurers. Yo, we got Druid class! Okay, this is what I was looking for. Okay. Wait. It's only uncommon? Nani? Why is Druid being disrespected? Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, gain 1 life. Nice. You may pay an additional land on each of your turns. Yo, once it's leveled up. Okay, so I guess we can level up each turn as a sorcery, I suppose. Okay, next level as a sorcery to add its ability. Yeah, I think so. That's how it works. And if we level it up again, when this class becomes level 3, target land you control becomes a creature with haste, and this creature's power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. It's still a land. Ooh, this is so good. Yep, this is gonna become a staple in my green elf decks. Oh, I love it. Very nice. Great axe. Equipped creature gets +4/+0. It's 1 to cast, but equip 5. But if we combine that with that dwarven fella, we can equip it for free. A dwarf with a great axe. It's gonna be unstoppable. If you are so mighty, scaled one, then why are you dead? Bless. Elterguard Ranger. Oh, and I love wolves as well. Could this be part of my wolf deck? It's 5 cost, but it's 4/1 with the reach. And when it enters the battlefield, you create a 2/2 green wolf creature token. Since the fall of Elturel, they've walked the salt coast from Tether to Icewind Dale. Eyes always on their prey. Fighting a manticore there. Amazing. Evolving Wilds, classic card. We know what it does. Paths of Faerun still churn with magic. Oh. Still churn with the magic of Elegant Netherese Archmages, long dead. Oh yeah, this is one of their strongholds. Their floating cities. Nice. And then Delina, Wild Mage. I do love me some wild magic. Red 4 cost, Elf Shaman. Whenever she attacks, choose target creature you control. On a 1 to 14, create a tapped and attacking token. That's a copy of that creature. And exile it at the end of turn. Very nice. On a 15 to 20, create one of those tokens. You may roll again. Oh my god. If you have the luck of gods, you can create infinite tokens with that in one turn. This card is gonna be banned at some point. I'm sure of it. This is too powerful. Let's go. Kalane, Reclusive Painter. Red and black. Oh, I haven't seen that yet. When Kalane, Reclusive Painter enters the battlefield, create a treasure token. Other creatures you control enter battlefield with initial +1/+1 counter on them for each mana from a treasure spent cast. Oh, okay. I see how it is. That's really good. Yo, if you... Okay. A lot of treasure synergy, so... It's gonna take some time to suss out. But I need to create like a red and black treasure deck. And this card will do... nicely in that. Guild Thief. She puts some coin in the guild's pocket and sends a message at the same time. Whenever Guild Thief deals combat damage to a player, put a 1/1 counter on it. Oh, what? And for 4 mana, it can't be blocked this turn. I love this card. An Orc Rogue. Orc Rogue. You don't see them often. It's a good combination. Swarming Goblins! Okay, this is new tech for my Goblin deck. Let's go. When Swarming Goblins enter battlefield, roll d20. On a 1 to 9, create a 1/1 red Goblin creature token. Bless, bless, bless. 10 to 19, create 2. And a 20, create 3. It's 5 cost for a 4/3 and some tokens. Which is a bit expensive. For a Goblin deck, especially. Because you kind of rely on low cost for those. But it's new tech, so I kind of do want to include it. I'll create a new Goblin deck. I'm going to need to create so many new decks. Spoils of the Hunt. Every coin helps rebuild the town they destroyed. I feel I'm in this picture and I don't like it. Target creature you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn for each mana from a treasure that was spent to cast this spell. Then, that creature deals damage equal to its power to target creature and opponent controls. Ooh, I like that. Even if you don't, if you didn't spend treasure mana on it with that, like on a creature, I can't talk, but you know what I mean. It's still attack another creature. Or deal damage equal to its power at least, so that's so good. Goblin Javelineer. 1/1 haste. Now this is good new tech. Whenever it becomes blocked, it deals 1 damage to target creature blocking it. Yes, please. Hate gets you only so far. A pointy stick can close the rest of the distance. So good. Earth Cult Elemental, we've seen as well. Great X as well. So good. Wish! Yo, what? You may play a card you own from outside the game this turn. From outside the game. You may play a card you own from outside the game. Oh, I guess I'll have to be creating sideboards as well. This is actually incredible. If you had just one wish, what would it be? Gold or an angel song? Finding a lost love or finding your way back home? Let me sing a song about one wish that came true. Elwick Tumblestrom. Fucking wish spell. It's only 3 mana cost. And you can play a card you own from outside the game. This one in real life is shenanigans. But I guess they mean sideboard, like not just like, hey, I play my whatever. Does it? I mean, it's very vague. You own from outside the game. Does that mean banned cards? Does that mean any set? Any, like... I play my Black Lotus. Like something... like... What are the ramifications? Okay, well, this is... many more questions. Okay, we've seen all of this. Oh, and a mythic rare wildcard. Bless, 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 bless. Okay, now it's gonna go faster. We don't get any new... Okay, lots of new ones in this one. Cloister Gargoyle. 3 mana, cost white. But it's an artifact creature, though. When it enters the battlefield, you enter into a dungeon. Okay, as long as you've completed dungeon. Cloister Gargoyle gets +3, +0, and has flying. Ooh, nice. Devoted Paladin. A 5 cost. Beacon of Hope. When Devoted Paladin enters the battlefield, creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain vigilance until end of turn. Nice. I swore a sacred oath to protect the weak and punish those who threaten them. As long as I draw breath, I will protect you. Direwolf Prowler. Ooh, another wolf. Yes, 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 yes. 3 cost, 2/2. And for 2 mana, it gets +2/+2 and gains haste until end of turn. Okay. It's a bit expensive for my taste. For a wolf card. But it has potential. Large as horses, direwolves must hunt often to satisfy their ravenous hunger. A mere human does little more than blunt their appetite. Amazing. And what do we get here? Gelatinous Cube! Yo! Black, 4 mana cost. Engulf. When Gelatinous Cube enters the battlefield, exile target non-ooze creature an opponent controls until Gelatinous Cube leaves the battlefield. And Dissolve. Put target creature card with mana valued X, exiled with Gelatinous Cube, into its owner's graveyard. Yo! So you can exile the creature and then just yeet it. Bless, 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 bless. We've already been doing this for an hour and we're not even halfway yet. God damn. We've seen these. Gloomstalker. A Dwarf Ranger. 3 cost. As long as you've completed a dungeon, it has double strike. I'll make sure you'll never mistake a Roper for a Stalagmite again. These flavor texts. Bless them. Shambling Ghast. Same. 1 mana cost, 1/1. When it dies, either target creature opponent controls gets -1/-1, or you create a treasure token. Okay. Basic zombie. Very nice. And Circle of Dreams Druid. Oh my god. Elf Druid. Add land for each creature you control. 2/1. Oh my god. I'm speechless. My new elf deck is gonna be fucking... Ooh. Yo. The possibilities. Amazing. The realms protected by druids of the Circle of Dreams are gleaming, fruitful places, where dream and reality blur together and the weary can find rest. That's such an amazing card. I am here for it. Shit, that might be my favorite card so far. It has everything I look for in a card. Okay, we have 32 more to go. Warlock class, let's go, another class card. At the beginning of your end step, if your creature died this turn, each opponent loses 1 life. Nice. Very powerful, level 2. When it becomes level 2, look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 1 of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Okay. But then 7 mana for level 3. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses life equal to the life they lost this turn. Yo! It's a bit expensive, but that's mega powerful. Holy shit. Fuck yeah. Okay, Purple Worm. It has Ward. Dispel. Ward 2. Okay, so it costs 7 to cast. It's an 8/7. With my new elf deck, like, the mana I'll be generating, this is irrelevant. Ward 2. Whenever power. Okay, what is Ward? Because this is a new one. Whenever a permanent with Ward becomes the target of a spell or ability, an opponent controls counter it unless that player plays the Ward cost. Oh, I see. And it costs 2 less to cast if a creature died this turn. Ah, very nice. Devour Intellect. I'll know what you know soon enough. Nihilur Xantar Guild Spymaster. Target opponent discards a card. And if mana from a treasure was spent to cast it, instead a player reveals their hand, you choose a non-land card from it and they discard it. So many good cards. Oh, there we go. A Froghemoth. A Frog Horror. 5 to cast, 4/4. Trample, haste. When it deals combat damage to a player, exile up to that many target cards from the. Wait. Huh? Whenever Froghemoth deals combat damage to a player, exile up to that many cards. Up to that many target cards from their graveyard. Put a +1/+1 counter on Froghemoth for each creature card exiled this way. You gain 1 life for each non-creature card exiled. Ooh, I see. I think. What do you mean with... Huh? Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, exile up to that many target cards. What does that even mean? How many? Huh? How did they made a typo there? Or it's so late that I just can't discern what that card means. It has trample and haste though, so I might still use it. But it doesn't seem likely. Okay, let's go. Dragon's Disciple. It has Ward as well. Dragons you control have Ward. Okay. Yo, that's really good. As Dragon Disciple enters the battlefield, you may reveal a dragon card from your hand. If you do, or if you control a dragon, Dragon Disciple enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it. Yo! White that benefits dragons? This is new tech. It only costs 2 to cast and it's a 1/3. Very good card. Very good card. Death Priest of Merkul. The Reaper bids you rise. The Tiefling Cleric. Skeletons, vampires, and zombies you control gets +1/+1. What the fuck? Okay, so it's a 4 mana cost 2/2. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, you may pay 1. If you do, create a 1 black skeleton creature token. This is such a good card. If I create a new black deck, which I probably will, I'll create a new deck of all colors, like many of them. This will be in it. This is such a good one. I have a vampire deck, I have a zombie deck, and this can work in either of them. You find the villain's lair. Give me just a moment. I almost have it. You either foil their schemes, which counters target spell, or you learn their secrets, which is draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. And it's 3 mana cost. Actually, not that bad. A nice cancel, basically, with an extra choice. Just a better cancel. Hoarding Ogre. The art on this one. Shit. 4 mana for a 3/3. Whenever it attacks, roll d20. On a 1 to 9, you create a treasure token. 10 to 19, you create 2. And on a nat 20, you create 3. Pretty straightforward. Oh, leather armor. Lightweight, flexible, and protective. Just a 1 cost, and it... Ooh. You can give a creature ward. Yo. Nice and simple. Like, there's no downsides. And it's equip 0 as well. I love it. Okay, and what do we get here? Dungeon Descent. It's a land. It enters the battlefield tapped. It can give colorless mana. But if you tap it for 4 mana, you tap an untap legendary creature, and you venture into the dungeon. Okay, fair enough. Pretty straightforward. I still have to look at all the dungeons. But so far, like, they all have very interesting things. But I'll have to look into them more. I also wonder if you can, like, complete a dungeon multiple times in a game. But we'll have to see that while we play, I suppose. Okay, we keep going. Iron Golem. Ooh, 4 mana cost. Vigilance. 5/3, and it attacks or blocks each combat available. Interesting. I guess because it's like an automaton, so you don't, like, technically don't really control it. That's a nice mechanic, though. Once an Iron Golem is set to a task, it won't turn aside until the task is complete, or it has been destroyed. You see a pair of goblins. Charge them. Creatures you control get +2/+0 until end of turn. This is such good tech for my goblin deck. Befriend them. Create 2 1/1 red goblin creature tokens. It's 3 cost. Yep. This is gonna be a must use. Scaled Herbalist. A lizard druid. I could help you. Or I could eat you for lunch. I haven't decided yet. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Yes, please. 2 costs to play, so not that expensive. It's a 1/3, so it can survive a hit. And you can cast an extra land. Compelled Duel. Ooh. Yes. I love Compelled Duel as a spell. The fact that it's green and not white is very interesting. Target creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. And must be blocked this turn if able. Play this on a death touch creature and you're Gucci. You might be 4 times my size, but I will not be ignored. So good. Okay, let's see, what do we have here? Loyal Warhound. Vigilance. A paladin steed is a celestial spirit in animal form. When Loyal Warhound enters the battlefield, if an opponent controls more land than you, search your library for a basic plains card, put it into the battlefield, tapped, then shuffle. Huh. Okay, it's a 3/1 for 2 costs, and it has Vigilance. Put some buffs on that, and you have a pretty decent creature. Nice. Can't complain about that. Oh, if I hover over it, there's music. Huh. Plummet. Destroy target creature with flying. This is a classic card. I love it. We know we've seen that before. And Veteran Dungeoneer. 4 mana. White. When it enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. 3/4. Okay, not too bad. Pretty basic card. And ooh, now we're talking. Oh, Human Elf Ranger. Yes, 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 yes. This is gonna go into my elf deck. It has reach. It has ward. It's 3 mana cost, and it's a 3/3, which is amazing. Whenever you cast a creature or planeswalker spell, venture into the dungeon. This ability triggers only 1. Okay, I was like, well, I can complete a dungeon in 1 fucking turn then. Whenever you complete a dungeon, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token. Yo, elves and wolves are going hand to hand in this this set. Varys, Silvery Moon Ranger, I will be using you. No doubt in my mind. Check for traps. Relax, I'm a professional. 2 mana. Sorcery. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. Exile it. If an instant card or a card with flash is exiled this way, they lose 1 life. Otherwise, you lose 1 life. I see, I see. Very nice mechanics. Unexpected Windfall. Ooh, the art on this is amazing. Fortune favors the fortunate. 4 mana. As an additional cost to cast a spell, discard a card. Fair enough. Draw 2 cards and create 2 treasure tokens. Yo. I like it. And Potion of Healing. 2 mana. Artifact. But you have to use white though. When Potion of Healing enters the battlefield, draw a card. If you pay a mana, sacrifice it, you gain 3 life. Magic can knit the body back together, but the courage to fight on comes only from within. Yo, okay, fighter class. It's red and white. When fighter class enters the battlefield, search your library for an equipment card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Oh, this is gonna go hand in hand with the dwarves, isn't it? At level 2, equip abilities you activate cost 2 less. Okay, this is 100% synergizing with the dwarves. I love it. Whenever the creature you control attacks, up to 1 target creature blocks it. This combative able? Yep. The class cards are so powerful. I love them. We haven't seen a Planeswalker yet though, which is a bit of a shame. But the class cards are so good. Fly. An enchantment. Okay. Enchanted creature has flying, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, venture into the dungeon. 1 mana to give a creature flying is so good. And also allows you to venture into the dungeon for 1 mana. This is so useful. I want to. There's so many cards I want to use. I'm like, should I just make a deck that's all colors again, like I did last time, and just use everything basically? Because I can't choose. I don't have the self-control to choose. Dungeon Crawler. Wait, there's no flavor text. Okay, Dungeon Crawler. I think of it as giving them another chance to achieve their potential. Nasta's Wrath, Necromancer. Dungeon Crawl enters battlefield tapped. Whenever you complete a dungeon, you may return Dungeon Crawl from the graveyard to your hand. Very nice. A 1 cost, 2/1. Bar the gate. This path is closed to you. Counter target creature or planeswalker spell and venture into the dungeon. Very nice. Hive of the Eye Tyrant. We've seen this one before. Very good. Blink Dog. Ooh, nice. Double strike. 1/1. Teleport. Blink Dog phases out. Ooh, it can phase out on command. Yo, that's interesting. Blink Dogs protect the wild places of the world, driving away evil influences. Ooh, another class card. Yeah, let's go. Wizard class. You have no maximum hand size. Oh my god. This is insane. Combine this with draw, and you can do so many things. There's the Hands of Vecna that improve by the amount of cards you have in your hand. Oh. Okay, sorry. You have no maximum hand size. Is level 1. Level 2 is when this class becomes level 2, draw 2 cards. That's fine. And level 3 for 5 mana. Whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Oh, the potential. Delver's Torch. Not all of us have dark vision, okay? Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for 2 cost. Whenever the equipped creature attacks, you venture into the dungeon. Very nice. And it's a 3 equip cost. Not too bad. Zombie Ogre. On the plus side, Throg no longer thinks he's clever. 5 cost for the 3/5. And at the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, venture into the dungeon. Very good. We've seen the rest. Yep. Yo, let's go! A green dragon. This is what we were looking for. Old Gnawbone, the ancient green dragon, Clagilamatar, is often seen with a mangled corpse dangling from their mouth. Flying. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, create that many treasure tokens. So, okay, if I read this correctly, right? You get the amount of treasure tokens equal to the damage you've done? Combat damage? Or the amount of creatures that have done combat damage? I mean, we will find out eventually, but... Ah, this is so good. And I like the art on this one. Fuck yeah. Green... Every color, to be honest, has received so many good mechanics in this set so far. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I see another... Yep, we've seen the rest. Circle of the Moon Druid. Oh, I can't wait to create another Druid deck. 3 mana. Bear form. As long as it's your turn, Circle of the Moon Druid is a bear with base power and toughness 4/2. It loses all other creature types. Okay. So it's a 2/4 on the enemy's turn, but a 4/2 on my turn. Druids of the Circle of the Moon are fierce guardians of nature who haunt the deepest parts of the wilderness. Nice. And it's a human elf druid. This synergizes with my elf deck. I love it. Silver Raven. Ooh, it's an artifact creature for 1 blue mana. 1/1, flying. When it enters, you scry. Simple. Very nice. Wings take flight on whispered wind. And then, what do we get? Okay, wolf synergies. More wolf synergies. Shit, this is so good. A 2/2 for... Oh, sorry. 2 mana cost for a 3/3. Werewolf Pack Leader. Pack tactics on this one is when it attacks, if you attacked with, yep, total 6 or greater. Draw a card. Okay, so it's simple pack tactics. But for 4 mana until end of turn, it has base power and toughness 5/3, gains trample, and isn't a human. A bit expensive to activate it. Not gonna lie, but that's, you know, that's the nature of green. Mana shouldn't be an issue. But that's so good. Okay. I'm gonna have to delete some decks just to make space for new decks. I think I might just delete all my old decks and remake everything. There's so many new cards, like Rust Monster. 3 cost for a 2/1. First strike as well. Ooh, sacrifice an artifact and it gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Not that bad. They don't seem scary. But then you're suddenly standing there in your underclothes without a weapon. Then everything looks like a threat. Jarrow Battlemaster. Incredible. Air Cult Elemental. Ooh. 6 cost, so pretty darn expensive. But it has flying, and when it enters the battlefield, return up to 1 other target creature to its owner's hand. Yo, that's really good. Elemental Evil distorts the natural elements, limiting them to aspects of destruction. And we get a treasure chest. An artifact. If you pay 4, so it's 3 to cast, but if you pay 4 and sacrifice it, roll a d3. Ooh, roll a d20. Okay, finally we have a nat 1 mechanic in a roll. On a 1, you're trapped, lose 3 life. 2 to 9, you create 5 treasure tokens. 10 to 19, you gain 3 life and you draw 3 cards. And on a nat 20, you search your library for a card. If it's an artifact card, you may put it onto the battlefield. Otherwise, put that card in your hand, then shuffle. Yo, this is really good. I like it. Good potential for an artifact. Eccentric Apprentice. 3 costs. Flying. Very nice. When it enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you've completed the dungeon, up to 1 target creature becomes a bird with base power and toughness 1/1 and flying until end of turn. What? Up to one target creature. So you can fucking polymorph the enemy and just be like, nah. I see your creature. I do not accept it and I substitute my own? That's wreaking havoc on the enemy's defenses right there. Yep, I support. But you have to have completed the dungeon though, which is a bit of a tall ask. A mimic. Of course. Sacrifice the mimic, add 1 mana of any color. If you tap it. Or if you pay 2, the mimic becomes a shapeshifter artifact creature with base power and toughness 3/3 until end of turn. Great art, by the way. And we have a dwarf whole champion. 2 mana for 3/1. As long as it is equipped, it gets +0/+2. That's incredible. And flavor text. Courage is neither a shield nor an axe, but the will to wield both in defense of the innocent. Good text. We have Minion of the Mighty. 1 cost, 0/1. It's a kobold. With menace, which is really good. And the pack tactics on this one is you may put a dragon creature card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. Nani the fuck? Okay, well that negates the mana cost for dragons. Yep, am I gonna be running these kobolds in my dragon deck? Yes. 100%. That's incredible. Okay, 22 more to go. Magic Missile we've seen already. Dueling Rapier. A red artifact. Equipment. When it enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. The equipped creature gets +2/+0. Also, it has flash, so that's... I mean, that fits with a rapier. And equip 4, if it's, you know, if you have to equip it manually. We've seen the rest, and what do we get here? Another fighter class. Incredible. Ooh, we got another wild card. Very nice. Hunter's Mark. 4 mana instant. This spell costs 3 less to cast. If it targets a blue permanent you don't control. Okay, so now we're calling out blue, are we? I don't mind. It cannot be countered. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Then it deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. So it costs 1, basically, if you're fighting against blue. Yes, I'm here for it. And then we have Rhyme Shield Frost Giant. Wait, is there flavor text? No. It has Ward 3. 5 cost, 4/5, and it has Ward 3. That's not too bad at all. Frost Giants carry the trophies of their great victories into battle, fashioned into armor of strength and savage beauty. And what do we have as our legendary? Ooh, the Black Staff of Waterdeep. It's a blue artifact, legendary artifact. You may choose not to untap the Black Staff of Waterdeep during your untap step. Interesting. Animate Walking Statue. It's 2 mana and tap. Another target non-token artifact you control becomes a 4/4 artifact creature for as long as the Black Staff of Waterdeep remains tapped. I see how it works. Oh, okay. So that's a 3 total mana cost, basically, to create a 4/4 artifact creature. That's really good. Come on, I want at least one Planeswalker game. One plane. Otherwise, I'll have to wildcard it. Wandering Troubadour. 4 mana green. It's a dragon bard. This art is so good. At the beginning of your end step, if you had a land, enter the battlefield under your Oh, I was like, if you had a land, and I just stopped my brain. Okay, it's goddamn 4 AM, so give me a break. At the beginning of your end step, if you had a land, enter the battlefield under your control this turn, venture into the dungeon. Okay, this is really good. And it's 4 mana for a 4/2, so can't complain. There's a new ballad waiting to be born around every corner. And that's the only new one? Yeah. And we have another black staff. Choose your weapon. Move it, Varys. Or I'll pick one for you. Elric Tumblestrom. Choose one. 2 weapon fighting, double target creature's power and toughness until double target creature powers and toughness until end of turn. Double it. Well, I'm gonna have to. This is or archery. This spell deals 5 damage target to creature flying. Okay, that's fine, but double target creature. If I can somehow replicate this spell, Havoc will be rigged. And it's only 3 cost as well for a doubling. That's the thing in fucking Magic. Whenever there's a doubling effect, be prepared. Cause shit's gonna go down. Soul Knife Spy. 3 cost for the 3/2. When it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Okay, pretty standard. My Psychic Blade cuts the mind and severs thoughts. Even if you survive, you'll never remember I was here. Oh, let's go. Okay, this is gonna be another staple in my elf deck. Green-white. 5 mana cost. Drizzt Do'Urden. The man, the myth, the legend himself. No flavor text on Drizzt, which is an affront. With his legendary cat, of course. Which... Gwynwivar? Gwynwivar. I never know how to pronounce that, to be honest. I've never had to say that loud. He has Double Strike. When he enters the battlefield, you create the 4/1 cat, aforementioned name, with trample. When a creature dies, if it had power greater than Drizzt power, put a number of +1/+1 counters on Drizzt equal to the difference. So much potential, and he has fucking Double Strike. Bless this card. Ooh, a lot of new ones. Temple of the Dragon Queen. This is a land. As it enters the battlefield, you may reveal a dragon card from your hand. So much love to dragons. I love it. Temple of the Dragon Queen enters the battlefield tapped unless you reveal the dragon card. Fair enough. Or unless you control a dragon. As it enters the battlefield, choose a color. Add 1 mana of the chosen color. Yo! I love this. This has a lot of multicolor potential. And I will be using like a lot of these in my dragon deck. Cradle of Baldur's Gate. Whenever he deals combat damage to a player, that player loses 1 life and mills a card. Then you gain 1 life and scry. This is a disgusting card. 2 mana cost 1/3. Okay. Whenever you attack, you may pay 2. If you do, target creature cannot be blocked this time. Yeah, this is a fucking disgusting legendary creature. Very cheap to play. Unblockable. Lose life and mill. Filthy. Filthy card. Planar ally. Ooh, a new angel. Is it good enough to go into my angel deck? 5 for a 3/3 is a bit expensive, but that's how angels do. Whenever playing ally attacks, venture into the dungeon. Nah, I won't use this in my angel deck. I don't think so. A light touches every corner, and her wings brush either wall, leaving no place for evil to lurk. Nice art, though. Nice art. And another fighter class. Well, we're almost full up on fighter class. Do we have a new... Okay, yeah, we have Find the Path. Enchantment. Enchant land when it enters the battlefield. Venture into dungeon. Enchanted land has add 2. Okay, well, I guess I will be using a lot of those as well. Well, I'll probably put two of those in my deck. That's actually really good. Amazing. Okay. And another wish card. This is still crazy to me. You may play a card you own from outside the game this turn. This is so broad. Why are there no restrictions? What are the restrictions on this? Ah! I play Charizard. Interesting. Okay, plate armor. Ooh, 3 mana cost. A good creature gets +3/+3 and has WOD 1. Very nice. It's equipped 3 as well, but it costs 1 less for each other equipment you control. Hey! That's really good. In the right combination, this will be a 0 equip. That's the only other new one, yep. And we got another Delina. Or Delina? I'd say Delina. White mage. Wild mage. Another stupid, powerful card. Ooh, let's go. A human elf warlock. I'm gonna have to create a fucking green, white, black elf deck. It's gonna be wild. So 4 cost, 1/3. When she enters the battlefield, target creature blocks this turn if able. Ooh, okay. And at the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, you may pay 2 life. If you do, draw a card. Probably will never do that unless we're, you know. Well, with white, there is lifelink potential, so we might actually do that. But the art on this one is gorgeous. And we have Precipitous Drop. An enchantment for 3. When it enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. Very nice. Enchanted creature gets -2/-2. What? And -5/-5 instead. As long as you've completed a dungeon. Nutty. This is so good. This is so good. And we got Lair of Hydra. Okay, this is what we're looking for. Green. So yeah, it's one of the green lands you want to play early, if you can. And X and green mana until end of turn. Lair of Hydra becomes an XX green Hydra creature. It's still a land. X cannot be 0. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. This is how we win. We just generate a fuck ton of mana, activate our Hydra, and we yeet the enemy. Now we just need to get like some trample up in there. But we'll be using 4 of those, no doubt. Ray of Frost. Ooh, classic spell. 2 mana cost. It's flash as well. Flash on an enchantment is always nice. When Ray of Frost enters the battlefield, if enchanted creature is red, tap it. Oh, if it's red. Interesting. As long as enchanted creature is red, it loses all abilities. And the enchanted creature doesn't untap during its controls untaps them. Yo, so okay, there's a limitation that it has to be red, but it's still good though. You happen on a glade. 3 mana cost, search library for 2 basic lands, reveal them, put them into your hand and shuffle. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Ah yes, please. This is a great card. No flavor text? No flavor text. Inspiring Bard. Wake up, my friends. There are deeds to be done and treasures to be won. Elf Bard. 4 mana for a 3/3. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn, or you gain 3 life. This card seems not like something I would use, to be honest. Even though it's an elf, it's kinda not my jam. Well, I mean the life gain is pretty good though. Half-elf monk. 4 mana cost, 1/4 with vigilance, and it has stunning strike. 2 mana, tap, and you tap target creature. Yo. This fight was over the moment you picked up that clumsy cleaver of a sword. Amazing. And we have a rare wild card. Let's go. Those are honestly the most valuable wild cards to get. I always run out of those very easily. Prosperous Innkeeper. When it enters the battlefield, you create a treasure token. And whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. It's a halfling, so it doesn't synergize with my elves. But this is actually insane. Because I usually create a fuck ton of elf tokens. Okay, this is... yeah. This is gonna be a staple as well. Oh my god, I love it. Lightfoot Rogue. 2 cost for 2/1. Sneak attack. Whenever it attacks, you roll a d20. Oh, let's go. On a 1 to 9, it gains that touch. Bless. 10 to 19. It gets +1/+0 in that touch. So, okay, it has that touch every time. Amazing. On a nat 20, +3/+0. Gains first strike and that touch at the end of turn. This is such a good card. Such a good card. And it's only 2 mana. Fuck yeah. Mordekainen's Polymorph. Your purpose may change along with your shape, but you will serve regardless. Until end of turn, target creature becomes a dragon with base power and toughness 4/4 and gains flying. It loses all other creature types. And it's 2 cost to create a temporary 4/4 dragon with flying. Bless this card. This is a really good one. Kick in the door. Sorcery. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. It gains haste until end of turn and can't be blocked by walls. Situational, but useful still. We tried your way. Now we do it my way. Jim, Barbarian of Baldur's Gate. Oh shit, and treasure chest. Okay, I forgot about that one, but at least it's not a new card, so it's fine that we skipped it. Price of Loyalty. 3 mana cost sorcery, Ren. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. It gains haste until end of turn. If mana from a treasure was spent to cast a spell. That creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Ooh! Most folks got Mayhem in their hearts. Just gotta know that price. I like this card. It kind of reminds me of my favorite card, probably, of the red variety, which is Active Treason. Dancing Sword. Ooh. 2 cost. Artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+1. When equipped creature dies, you may have Dancing Sword become a 2/1 construct artifact creature with flying and ward 1. If you do, it is an equipment. And it's only equip 1. This is a really good card. And the art on this one, just slicing off a goblin's arm. Amazing. Okay, we're almost done. Just 10 more after this. Lurking Roper. 3. 3 mana cost. It's a horror. It doesn't untap during your untap step. Whenever you gain life, untap Lurking Roper. Okay, I see how it goes. That's why it's only 3 and it's a 4/5. You see, stalactites grow down from the ceiling, while stalagmites reach... Ah! This is the best flavor text ever. Oh, let's go. We get an ochre jelly. Okay. Okay. It's X green mana. Trample. Enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters in it. Bless. This is also one way to win with our elf deck. When Ochre Jelly dies, well, with our elf/druid deck. When Ochre Jelly dies, if you had 2 or more +1/+1 counters on it, create a token that's a copy of it. At the beginning of the next step, the token enters the battlefield with half that many +1/+1 counters on it. Oh, this is how you overwhelm an enemy, and it has trample. Okay, yeah, this we need all of these. I need all of these. I'm gonna have 4 copies of this in my deck. Ochre Jelly is so good. There's gonna be so many decks with this card. I can already tell. Faraday, Devil's Chosen. A pact is a tool, not a damnation. 4 mana cost, blue and red. Dark One's Own Luck. Whenever you roll 1-on-1 dice, Faraday Devil's Chosen gains Flying and Menace until end of turn. If any of those results was a 10 or higher, draw a card. So good. And the art is magnificent as well. Well, I'm gonna have to create a red and blue as well. Red and blue with dice rolls, preferably. And a treasure vault. Yo. It's a land, so it adds colorless mana. But XX and tap. Sacrifice treasure vault, create X treasure tokens. Huh, interesting. There is wealth enough inside to cause the rise and ruin of dynasties. Okay, we've seen all of these. And yes, another prosperous innkeeper. Very good. Hive of the Eye Tyrant we've seen as well. Let's go. Barrowin of Clan Undur. When Barrowin of Clan Undur enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. Very good. When Barrowin attacks, return up to 1 creature card with mana value 3 or less. Okay, from your graveyard to the battlefield if you've completed the dungeon. Ooh, okay. Dwarf Cleric. And it's a 4-cost white and black for 3/3. Not too bad. And Oswald Fiddlebender we've seen as well. Interesting potential in an artifact deck. Let's see. What do we have here? Vampire Spawn. Ooh. So far, not that many vampires, so I don't think I'll create an entirely new vampire deck. Unsuccessful vampire hunters often wind up as Ravenous Spawn. It's a 3-cost for 2/3. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Okay, standard vampire. And we have Fate's Reversal. 2 cost, return up to 1 target creature from your graveyard to your hand. Venture into the dungeon. Very nice. And another vault. Okay, Shocking Grasp. Target creature gets -2, -0 until end of turn. Draw a card. That's actually not that bad. Metal Armor. A poor choice. Yo, let's go. We haven't seen many mythic rares. I've been very unlucky, to be honest. But what does this one do? Acererac? Acererac, the Archlich. 3 mana. When he enters the battlefield, if you haven't completed Tomb of Annihilation, return to its owner's hand and venture into the dungeon. Oh, I see. I see how it goes. Interesting. When it attacks, for each opponent you create a 2/2 black zombie creature token unless that player sacrifices a creature. Oh, interesting. This is actually a very good card. And, you know, it has fucking zombie generation. Fuck yeah. Okay, I'll have to... Yeah, I've not seen a Planeswalker yet, so I'll have to just check them out from the card list, if we don't find one. Let's keep going. Ooh, okay, let's go. Sylvan Shepherd. It's a human druid. It's a bit of a shame. But 3 cost, it has vigilance though. And you roll. When it attacks, you gain 1 life, 2 life, or 5 life on a nat 20. I can work with this. There's potential there. It's gonna be a human-elven hybrid. The art is very interesting. It's very reminiscent of, like, I don't know. It kind of looks like an older card, but I like it. And True Polymorph may be a little too convincing. Target artifact or creature becomes a copy of an other target artifact or creature. 6 cost, but that's, yeah, just a copy. I love it. We're almost down the last pack. Hill Giant Herd Gorger. 6 cost for a 7/6. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. Amazing. And the art is so good on this one. A shepherd's crook is useful for cleaning bits of wool out of the teeth. Another rogue class. Also, we have to look up more class cards. Maybe we've missed some. Intrepid Outlander. Orc Ranger. With reach and it has pack tactics. Venture into the dungeon is the pack tactics on this one. Not too bad. Boots of speed. Yeah, let's go. Equipped creature has +1/+0 and haste. Very nice. Another druid class. I love it. If we can stack class cards, I'll have multiple of these. But I'm not sure exactly how that works yet. Yo! Mythic Rare Wildcard. Okay, I'm not gonna knock that. That's actually really good. I'll have a look at all the Mythic Rares and shit in a moment as well, before we end. Nothing new, so we just... Ooh, Zalto. Fire Giant Duke. 5 mana, red, trample. It's a 7/3. Whenever he deals damage, venture into the dungeon. Fire Giants love to fight on a large scale, and Duke Zalto is one of the greatest warmongers of his age. Quite simple card, but very good. Okay. Have a look at the store. Let's see. Oh my god, this is so good. Sticker bundle. I don't have many gems, so I won't be getting any of these. But I need to find... How do you access the card list again? Okay. You saw a glimpse of my decks there. I have many decks. We are going to sort. Mythic Rare is what we want. And we want Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. This should reveal all the Planeswalkers. The ones we don't have as well, please. Okay. So, oh yeah, I got this one with the pre-order. Loth Spider Queen. So I actually have one Planeswalker. Interestingly enough, we have a black one. Loth. Is that Lolth? Yeah, Spider Queen. Whenever creature control dies, put a loyalty counter on it. Fair enough. For 0, you draw a card and you lose a life. -3. Create 2/1 back. Ooh, Spider creature tokens with menace. Spider deck is incoming. You get an emblem with whenever an I can't read anymore. Whenever an opponent is dealt damage by 1 or more creatures you control, if that player has lost less than 8 life this turn, they lose life equal to the difference. And that's an emblem for -8. That's actually really good. What else? Mythic Rare. Book of Exalted Deeds. Legendary artifact. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 or more life this turn, create a 3/3 white angel creature with token with flying. Okay, this is good for my angel deck. Exile it for 3 and tap. Put an N9 counter on target angel. It gains. You can't lose the game, and your opponents can't win the game. Activate only as this. This is so good. This is so good. Okay. A Planeswalker, Grandmaster of Flowers. What the fuck? It has so many abilities. As long as Grandmaster of Flowers has 7 or more loyalty counters on him, he's a 7/7 dragon. God creature with flying and indestructible. Bless this man. Target creature with first strike, double strike, or vigilance can't attack or block. Search your library and the graveyard for a card named Monk of the Open Hand, reveal it and put it into your hand. If you search your library this way, shuffle. Okay, so this is a specific synergy with Monk of the Open Hand. Interesting. Okay. Icing Death. Oh my god, there's so many. We didn't get any of these mythic. We opened 50 packs and we got fuck all in mythic rare land. Flying and Vigilance. An Icing Death Frost Iron Dice. Create an Icing Death Frost Tongue, a legendary white equipment artifact with equipped creature get +2/+0. Whenever equipped creature attacks, tap target creature defending player controls and equip 2. So good. Demi-Lich. I'm not gonna read all of these because not all of these interest me. Limerick, Desert Doom. Okay, dragons do interest me. Has what for as long as it's untapped? Yo, okay. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Then if you have fewer than 3 cards in your hand, draw cards equal to the difference. Amazing. Mordekainen. Yo, hello, Mordekainen. I know who you are. 6 cost. Draw 2 cards. Then put a card from your hand on the bottom of your library. Fair enough. That's for +2, -2 loyalty counters. Create a blue dog illusion creature token with this creature's power and toughness are equal to twice the number of cards in your hand. Okay. Combine this with the wizard class card that removes the limit of cards in your hand. And there's potential. Exchange your hand and library. Then shuffle. You get an emblem but you have no maximum hand size. That's -10. Okay. That's bonkers. Book of Vile Darkness. Oh, this synergizes with the Vecna cards. Yeah. Jesus Christ. No, I don't want to craft it. Ah, I misclicked. Misclick. Right click for more information and crafting options. Okay, Vecna, there it is. Indestructible 8/8. Incredible. Ebon Death. Ooh. Dracolich. 4 cost for a 5/2. You may cast Ebon Death Dracolich from your graveyard. If a creature not named Ebon Death Dracolich died this turn. Very good. Okay, but now this is what we want. We want the green Planeswalker, because that's especially what I'm looking for. But we'll look at Zariel as well. Archduke of Avernus. A devil. Creatures you control gets +1/+0 and gain haste until end of turn. That's for +1. That's really good. 0 create a 1/1 red devil creature token with when this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. Yo, that's so good though. And for -6 loyalty tokens, you get an emblem with at the end of your first combat phase on your turn, untap target creature you control. After this phase, there is an additional combat phase. Yo! You get 2 combat phases. That's really good. Okay. And the legendary Inferno of the Star Mounts. Flying haste. Can't be countered. For... Okay, you can pump it up with red mana. Inferno of the Star gets +1/+0 until end of turn. When its power becomes 20 this way, it deals 20 damage to any target. Oh my god. The Ancient Dragon, Invernaharo, has earned his fairy nickname. Okay, but this is the one I was looking for. Elwick Tumblestrom. 4 mana. +1 is venture into the dungeon. -2 is look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put it into your hand. If it's legendary, you gain 3 life. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. And for -7, you get an emblem with creatures you control have trample and haste and get +2/+2 for each differently named dungeon you've completed. This emblem I only care about for the trample, basically. The +2/+2 is great, but yeah, I need this. How many? I have 3 mythic rare. Okay, before I get this, I'll check the other cards. I have one of Old Gnawbone. I definitely want to use this as well. A Tarask. When it rises, nations fall. 9 cost for a 10/10. It has haste and ward 10 as long as it was cast. That's amazing. When it attacks, it fights target creature defending player controls. This is an insane card, and I love it. I kind of want to Tarask as well. Sanatar, Guild Kingpin. Not interested in Sanatar, to be honest. Minsk, the Beloved Ranger. This is a fun card as well. It's red, green, and white, so I cannot really use it. But its ability though. Until end of turn, target creature you control has base power and toughness XX and becomes a giant in addition to its other types. And that's activated for X, so that's really good though. That's damn. My elf deck is gonna, it would be really useful in that. But there's Tiamat. Whew. That's 8. Is that 8 cost? Or am I stupid? No, it's 7 cost, sorry. 7 cost for 7/7. My children will rule over all. Tiamat the Dragon God. When it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, search your library for up to 5 dragon cards not named Tiamat that each have different names, reveal them, put them into your hand, and then shuffle. That's insane. But a must have for any dragon deck, I suppose. I need more mythic rare wild cards. I'll get one of these, to be honest, just one. Craft it. I'll get one fucking Tarask as well. I mean, cause yes, it's a Tarask. And I mean, I'll wait with Tiamat because I do already have a pretty functional dragon. Well, it's not really functional, but it does its thing. This is gonna be really useful in that though. But that'll be for later, one thing at a time. As well as Inferno. Whew. Flame Skull. And the Dracolich. Oh, there's so many dragon cards. Even this guy is good for a dragon deck. Ah, still so. Oh yeah, I need to look for class cards. So we are gonna. This is okay, and now we just search class. Not Kevlas, class. Let's go, cause okay, yeah, there's so many class cards that we didn't get. So we have Wizard, Warlock, Druid, Monk. Oh, Ranger is the other one I need. When Ranger class enters the battlefield, it create 2/2 green wolf creature token. Bless. Whenever you attack, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature. That's so good. And at level 3, you may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast creature spells from on top of your library. Okay, we need two of these. Okay, I'm gonna have 2. I don't know if they stack, but I'll have 2 druids and 2 rangers in my green deck anyway. Bard is green and red. Legendary creatures you control enter the battlefield with a +1/+1 card. Ooh, okay. Legendary spells you cast cost green and red less to cast. This effect reduces only the amount of colored mana you pay. That makes sense. And whenever you cast a legendary spell, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play them this turn. Woo. Okay, that's really good. Not gonna get it though, because it's red and green is not. I don't have any plans for it at the moment. Let's see, Cleric and Paladin. If you would gain life, you gain that much life +1. I love it. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. When this class becomes level 3, return target creature from your graveyard to battlefield. You gain life equal to its toughness. Yes, please. The classes are so good. Paladin class. Spells your opponent cast during your turn cost 1 more to cast. Yo, creatures you control get +1/+1, and whenever you attack,
Until end of turn, target attacking creature gets +1/+1 for each other attacking creature and gains double strike. The classes. They are so good. Is there any other class that I'm interested in at the moment? Let's see. We already have Fighter. We have Monk. We have Rogue is incredible. Barbarian. If you would roll 1 or more dice, instead roll that many dice +1 and ignore. Yo, this gives you advantage. This gives you advantage. But I hope you can multiclass. Because this is so good. Whenever you roll 1 or more dice, target creature you control gets +2/+0 and gains menace, and creatures you control have haste. What the fuck? What the fuck? I mean, I have uncommon wildcards to spare. I'll get 2 of these at least. Gives you advantage on rolls. Yo! And then... yeah, it's just a sorcerer we haven't seen yet. When it enters the battlefield, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. Okay. That makes sense. Creatures you control have tap, add, blue or red. Spend this mana only to cast instant. Yo! Or to gain a class level. I see. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, that spell deals damage to each opponent equal to the number of instant and sorcery spells you've cast this turn. There's potential there. There is potential. I'm not gonna... again, I'm not gonna activate this yet because I don't have any plans for red and blue deck just yet. But so many good... okay, I'm just thinking... the only issue is, like, I want to use... so, my elf deck that I want to make, it's gonna be green and white, probably, or what is this button? Oh, okay, so from here you can just make a deck instantly. Actually, never done that before. So probably green and white for my elf deck, or green, white, black. So we'll have to see. Class. I mean, yeah, and if I use, like, I'd have to... I want Cleric in there. I want Paladin in there. Ranger, obviously, and Druid. Can we play multiple classes on top of each other? I don't know. Is there only one class slot? I mean, multiclassing is the most D&D thing to do, right? So I can't imagine why it wouldn't work. But yeah, I'll have to rebuild my elf deck from scratch. I won't do it now, because building a deck on stream, just the thought of it gives me anxiety. Because I do not need that kind of judgment in my life, even if it's silent. But yeah, this is... I love this set. Can I just... I'll look for... I want to see if there's other elves that I've missed that I need still for my elf deck. So I will go with green, black, white. Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. Collected, not collected. Elf. Okay. Craft. So we have Drist, which is gonna be something, yeah. It's a legendary, but I still probably want multiple copies. Cridle, he's blue and black, so we won't be using him. Red and black, so we won't be using him. Green and black, see, that's why there was potential. That's why the black is in there. Ooh, but yeah, we'll definitely be using Circle of the Moon Druid. How many? We have 34 uncommon. Yeah. Inspiring Bard. Etherguard Ranger, we want this one as well. Probably just another... oh, this is gonna be so difficult to choose.
Okay, so we actually got most elves. Actually, oh, interesting. Okay. We got most elves, did we? Yeah. Just a couple missing. Wound-Blessed Cleric. When enter the battlefield, you may search a card for enchantment. Search a library for enchantment card. Okay. Nada, the Selfless Paladin. He's a Dragon Knight. Oh, because Elf isn't Selfless. That makes sense. We won't be using him. Elf Spider, a Drider. Really good. When deals combat damage to player. It has reach. It's black. Okay, so we might actually, like, if we're thinking about black just for Shasra, we might just cut it out and be green and white. Okay, there's not that many elves to me. I thought there would be more. Turns out there isn't. We got most of them. But yeah, I'll be using these in combination with older elves. What if I remove the color restriction? There's a couple of blue ones. And that's actually, yeah, that's it. Yeah, there's no other ones that we've missed. No. Oh, so we got most of them. Interesting. Monk of the Open Hand is also a very interesting choice. Yeah, it's gonna be a green-white one, I think. Oh yeah, I need... let's say 3 of these for now. These will all go in my elf deck. Is there anything else I have to look at? I don't think so. Maybe Goblin? Because I do like a Goblin deck as well. We've got all of these. Den of the Bugbear. Ooh, we didn't get Den of the Bugbear. Den of turn, Den of the Bugbear becomes a red... a 3/2 red Goblin creature. Which, whenever a creature attacks, create a 1/1 red Goblin creature token that's tapped and attacking. This is actually really good as well. Battlecry Goblin. Pay 2 and goblins you can grow +1/+. Ooh, okay. And the pack tactics is create a 1/1 red goblin creature that stabs and attacking. Oh, this is so... okay. This is such good tech for my goblin deck. Instantly, I'll get 4 of these. This is so good. Hobgoblin Bandit Lord. Other goblins you control gets +1/+. Oh my god. Hobgoblin Bandit Lord deals damage equal to the number of goblins that enter the battlefield under your control this turn to any target. In a Hobgoblin's view of the world, the weak owe tribute and fealty to the strong. Yeah, this is... I'm gonna have a new goblin deck. This is new tech. I love it. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 and has trample. Oh, great. What? Wait, enter the battlefield. Roll d20. Either you create one red goblin creature token, or you create a goblin 1 token and attach the Morningstar to it. It's not that great, honestly, of a card. I mean, he has trample, which is potentially very good. Shit. The way my goblin decks usually work is that it's only creatures, really, so I don't know if I'll use this, but this is very good. Ah, shit, I do have to... I only have 4 rare ones left. But I do want 2 of these. Okay, and the captain... with the pack tactics... Hobgoblin Captain gains first strike until end of turn. Okay, so this one is actually not that impressive. Hobgoblins do not fear death, for those who fall in battle have gained glory eternal. And we have the Goblin Warlock. Interesting. Yeah, I won't be using the black one. So we basically... Yeah, we have to buy this. We'll get 2 of the Bandit Lord. I love the new tech. I love it so much. I mean, and I'll get 2 of these, I suppose. And that's gonna be all my rare wild cards. Just eat it. Yep. That's gonna be it for now, I suppose. Very good cards in this set. I'm gonna be creating a new Goblin deck. I'm gonna be creating a new Elf deck. Oh. Potential. There's so much many more decks. Like, if you look at my deck list, like I like to experiment. Last set, I skipped Strixhaven, to be honest. This is all set before. I created a Dwarven Green, which is dwarves and dragons. Angelic hordes, come forth! This is one of my angel decks. A green, black, elven, dwarves, angel summoner, my other angel deck. Knights. Don't even remember what this is. Pack tactics. Oh, I even call this pack tactics. This is wolves. Green New Deal, because it's white, black, and green. Zombies. A Balrog of Morgoth. This is demons. Join the navy, because it's all soldiers. Flying. Elven. Wizards. Mutant deck. Just swarming, multiplying. This is one of my craziest decks ever. Fucking this is infinite attack combo is crazy. Bicentennial men, all robots, all artifacts. My cat deck, my second cat deck, I think. Cats the musical, yeah. Spiders, flyers again. Vampires, merfolk, clerics, I think, something like that, or gods. My god deck, I think. P.S. Domini. Lifelink, spellmat, human. Oh yeah, all humans with like enchantments and equipment. Druids, goblin party. Oh, is my goblin deck dead? Yeah. Shit, my goblin deck is one of my oldest decks, and I removed a couple of them. Goblin party, absolute treasure to play. Rise up. It's another, I think, human, but with elves as well. Catastrophe, my original cat deck, so good. Forest of Unity is a basic green-black deck. Dragon Jank is just all dragons yeeted. And that's it. It's just all dragons together. It wins 1 in 10 games, but it's so much fun to play. And Elven Might, my original elf deck. It's a green-white as well. So we'll be creating a new elf deck. I still have half my slots left. Perfect. So I'll be creating a new elf deck. I'll be creating a new goblin deck, and after that we'll see, I suppose. But yeah, fuck, I want more packs, but I'll be getting them with coins. I won't spend more money on this game for now, at least. But yeah, thank you all who've been here, either in chat or just, I don't know, watching the VOD or wherever. I might put it on YouTube as well. Thanks to anybody who's been watching this. I hope it was fun for you. I had fun opening the packs, looking at all the cards. I might stream more Magic once I've created some new decks. If you'd like to see more Magic, please let me know. If there's demand, I will try and fulfill that demand. In any case, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.